So let's start. Please tell me if you can hear me. Into the chat. It's on the left side for me, and on mobile it's below the screen. Can you hear me? Oh, thank you, thank you. So it looks like all fine, and let's start. My name is Tatiana. I'm a product owner at VirtoSoftware, and today we will talk about hiring activities and how VirtoSoftware can simplify it. So let's start. The first things first, I have to tell you about VirtoSoftware just a little bit for you to understand who we are. We do a lot of productivity applications on top of Office 365 and SharePoint. These productivity applications can be in different areas of your work, and basically we have solutions practically for everything. And if we don't have solution for something, we have custom development. We are on the market for many years already. We are not a startup. We work with businesses. We B2B company, and one of the most important things for if you work with businesses is to have a great customer support, and we really have it. Our customers love us, and we have a special tool that tracks the customer satisfaction, and it tells us that it's 93% right now, and it's been like that for a year and a half at least. Uh, the important thing is every employee is in support frontline, so everyone is interested to create good products, to provide great solutions, and to be very responsible. Also, very important thing, it is considered that there is a lot of hiring solutions, HR solutions on the market, but most of these solutions are built on standalone tools. And we have absolutely different view on that. Everything we offer to you, it is built on top of Office 365, and we do not even store the information. We do not store any PII. We do not store customer data. So you own everything. You do not transfer anything to the cloud, to any other cloud by Microsoft, but Microsoft. And normally IT allows us first because we are secure. We pass under any GDPR because we don't store anything but email. And email is just used to authorize you, because if we do not have your email and you're using the cloud service, then we do not know you to use you. And in addition to that, we also help you to improve the ROI of your existing tool, ROI of Office 365. And just because we're based on it, our solutions are normally really inexpensive. And just we're using Office 365 and your investments into it to build a tool that fits you. We have a lot of customers worldwide, and these are big customers, and we're really proud working with them. So my brief introduction is done, and let's start the demonstration, because normally, like just for me at least, the most important thing in the demo is a demonstration. In any presentation is demonstration. And you can see my screen at the moment. And on the screen, you see a SharePoint list. And I wanted to see this. This is not a very nice view because it has a lot of rows and lots of columns, but this is my source data. And whatever I do later, whatever I create and update later, it's all stored in this data source. And by the way, this is a center of information for two boards. The first board is containing the hiring process, the stages of hiring, and the second one is my database of CVs. This is my overall storage of any CVs, any people, candidates that I think worth my attention now or later. Some of them are in hiring process, in active process, and some of them are not. And these two boards exist and for their data, they use just the same SharePoint list, and because of that, they interconnected. You can see that this board is structured by stages, and I know your stages might be different, but you can easily change that. So I have pool, HR interview, business interview, screening, offer, and accepted. But you can have your own stages here and modify and change to whatever you want. Then I also have Swimlanes. And Swimlanes is one of the way to group the information. And right now I have Swimlanes by hiring manager. I can use here departments. I can use any different categorization, but just for this demo, for this list, I felt I want to see the names because we hire for the people, for specific people. And some, like one hiring manager is different from another hiring manager. They have different views, different requirements. And well, we are different people. Then you can see that my board has these colors, like colored lines. And this colored line stands for the job titles. And this is me who decided that like who wants to see it this way. You can structure the board by the job title. So you will see one swim lane per job title. But I will show you why I want to have it set this way. It just when I click on this line, all my board gets filtered. And right now I see only inside sales on the board. And I feel this is a very convenient way to work. And when I switch to the charts, I can see all the data related to this job title specifically. Like no matter the hiring manager, no matter the stage, I can see everything about them. I'll clear the filter. We also have a card, and you need to remember with VirtoSoftware, you decide on everything. You can influence anything, any part of this board. So you can decide on the fields you want to have on this card. So everything is customizable. And here I have attachments, job title, hiring status. I'll explain this one later because I use it to switch between these two boards. Expected salary and a duplication of job title. But I can have any other fields I want. Then I also have a tooltip, and the tooltip fields are also up to you. You can decide what you want to see. For example, I want to have pictures in this tooltip. Tooltip is basically a reading view, and I just decided to have a picture here. By the way, I cannot see your comments right now, but you can tell me in chat if you will realize at some point that all the people on this board have something in common. Also, I can decide that the picture, the image of the photo of the person will be displayed on the card, and I will just need to add the image to the card. And then I'll have a hiring board with photos of my candidates. Here I have an attachment, an additional page about this guy. Okay, this is the way I like it. You might like it the other way. I'm just highlighting you the opportunities. The other things I can do is use reports. Sorry, wrong button. We have very flexible reports, and for this board I have created a filter that stands for offers and accepted, and when I press on it and apply it, it filters my board to only have two columns, offer and accepted. This view I'm using to see the financial data with my charts. So I have 7 people who either accepted or on the offer stage. So basically they most likely will be accepted. And I have the salary expectations. So for the people that I'm hiring right now, I'm booking the budget of 500, like 500,000 per year right now. And I can say that just by filtering the board. And the other thing I can do is to download this data and store it and use it in my report for the manager. I also can tell who is here, like who is the hiring manager here. And the other interesting thing here, you have a people page here. Right now, I'm using a hiring manager picture to be displayed on the card. But for example, if you have a big HR department and lots of people who do hiring, you can decide that you can have the person who is responsible for this candidate or HR business partner for this division to be displayed here. And if you do that, you first will be able to filter by people, but this will be not the hiring managers, it will be your HR team members. And you will be able to see a workload of your people here. You'd be able to see that how many leads they have, how many interviews they have planned, and all this data. I can also drag and drop things. And of course, I can add labels, and I have a way to select several positions because I might be interviewing person for 2 positions at once. Maybe a team lead and biz dev would be okay. And I might be hiring this, like interviewing this person for Dmitri's team. Okay, drag and drop works nicely. And then I have told you about this hiring status field. I'm using it to indicate whether I want to see this CV, this person, in this active board. And sometimes it might happen that I'm interviewing two persons, and I only have one open position, and I'll have to dismiss the second one, even though this person might be really good. And I'm not deleting this person, I am switching this person into the in pool mode. So this person will disappear from this hiring board. You can see it's gone, but the same person will appear on the other boards. It will be stored there, but will have in pool status. And again, I am using this board in the way I set it. So it's me who believes that you just need 2 categories, in pool and active, and you might be wanting the third and on the fourth category, maybe you want to have someone deferred and you would want to know if you dismissed the person before and the person doesn't fit you. Okay, here I can drag and drop people. Also, if I drag active into pool, they'll be gone from the board, from this board, from the hiring board. But the real sense of that is in the different movement. So I normally would have a lot of CVs in pool, CVs in non-active stage, and I will be searching and filtering the board to find the right people for the right position. And then I can drag them into the active status and will work with them on the separate board. Here I have structured this specific board by position. But it's also up to you. And you can use filters here. You can also use labels here, and in a separate board you can have absolutely different layout. You can use fields absolutely differently. But for example, I can easily filter my database to select, for example, only high rating, only candidates with a high rating. And these are my custom filters. So I have set them just for this demo. It takes half a minute. And if you want to have any different filter, you can easily do that. So right now, the board only have candidates that I'm rating as high. I can also select filter by the source. For example, I might be wanting to only see those who were referred to me or the former employees. And I can do that as well. And for example, I might be wanting to only see people who want the reasonable money, because I have, for every position I have a budget, and position might be having it like and I don't want to talk to people who have high expectations. And for that I have set a filter that only leaves on the board people with expectations that's below my limit. You can see Sean Connery is gone. Given the HR information is always full with PII, and it shall not be disclosed, and it shall be very, very secure. You can apply two types of permissions to this board. The first permission is SharePoint-based permission and Virto Kanban board. And this is what I'm showing right now. Virto Kanban board cannot exceed SharePoint permissions. But we can limit the SharePoint permissions if people have too many of them. And for example, we can limit people and decide that if a board owner decides that, for example, he doesn't want the hiring manager to delete the candidate from the board or like display some other people and do not give the editing permissions. So you can delegate access, you can create read-only access, you can let people use the settings, and it's pretty flexible. You just tell your IT or tell our support the settings you want to have, and we'll help you. Okay, let's imagine you hired a person, and I know there is a board, like another process behind that stands for like financial settlement and all this trial period, etc. You can also do that with Kanban board, Virto Kanban board, But I'm not displaying that because it's very, very, very specific and it's very internal for every organization. And I will be missing the point most likely if I try that. But when you hire someone, you want to run lots of communications. And right now, I have set it that when a person comes to my team, to my organization, I just need to add an additional item into my SharePoint list. So I have a separate SharePoint list that have the data of all new hires, and I'm using it to create alerts. And this is about Virto alerts. Inside of it, you have two different items. You have alerts and you have reminders. If something happens, if something has been added or deleted from your list, this is alert. And you'll get the notification, a message instantly. If something, uh, if you want something to happen based on the data of your list, and you don't care how many items is there and whether any of them have been modified, you just need to, for example, send a weekly mail based on the data on your list. You use reminders. And right now I have both. First of all, I have an alert that says meet new colleague. And this is alert that fires an alert into teams, into group teams, when I'm adding someone new into this list. Instantly, I'm adding a new person and it's firing alert to the teams. It also can send alerts to use mails into the mailbox into Outlook, of course. It's pretty simple, but anyways, your IT can help set that up. It can have pictures, it can have variable fields, and you can preview the information before you send it. So you'll have such a nice message here. I also have an onboarding mails, and I have set just one of them, but I know you would have 5 or 7 or 8 of them. But this is something, it's also very internal, and I'm only showing you the opportunity to do that. So for example, this message will be sent every Friday, like every Friday, to people that are new hires, and you can have a formula to define to which people and to where and when to send this alert. And the result of this reminder will be the person that comes to your team. For example, in a 2 day from the start, he will receive the first mail. Then in 5 days, he will receive the second mail, and maybe more and more and more. And they'll be sent one by one. You can have information in portions because it's totally impossible to store all the important information for a new hire in just one mail. Okay. And this is one of the messages I can get in my Teams, and it can even look like this. So this is automated birthday reminder for my team member, and this is a meet new colleague alert, one of the test ones I've sent a little bit before. And beside that, look at that, I have my hiring board attached to this team. So if you have your HR department board and you work with the managers and you regularly look at that, you can add it to the teams. And it looks just the same, exactly the same stuff you have on your SharePoint. So it uses the same data, it uses the same license, so it's really nice and convenient. By the way, if you want to get the templates I've been using for this demonstration and examples how to set up the board, please let me know. I'll be happy to share the information with you. And right now I'm switching to my presentation back. Okay, demo is done. So on these demonstrations, you have seen Virto Kanban and Virto Alerts. It's just two of our tools. They are the most visual, and you can easily see how they help you. But we have way more, and they also can be helpful. But I probably need a lot more data about you to show how they can help you. These applications and generally the applications we have them for SharePoint, for Office 365, and for Teams. And this is important because sometimes people who use Office 365, they do not really like using Office 365 and they start communicating in Teams. So we have applications for Teams. And this data is for people who purchase the licenses. So as long as we have SharePoint on premise and SharePoint in the cloud, solutions on premise and in the cloud, we also have two packages of our applications, cloud and on premise, and they're pretty inexpensive, just like I have told you. I am practically done, and I just have the last slide for you. If you like the products I have shown to you, you can download them and have a full feature trial on VirtoSoftware.com. If you want to have more information about products, you can either write to sales or support and you will get this. We will gladly demonstrate you the products and make a personalized demo for you. Or you can also watch the webinars we have on the website. We have lots of content about the products on the website. If you need my help, my attention, please do not hesitate to write to me. I will be happy to help. I'll just leave the slide for a moment and turn the demo off. Thank you so much for being with me today and have a great day.